Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. On the run, it's Young. You want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. On the option. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38.
Well, this is an offense that prides themselves on running the football, and they do it a lot of different ways. Here we are in the first quarter. You're already seeing the option, and this is a quarterback who is so dangerous. When the defense allows him to keep the football, the defense has got to be sound with their assignments for the rest of this game.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening. Keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Lets it fly. and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
He's in open space downfield. Makes it past the marker. Wide open on the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Power football with the run. Runs through a tackle. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Let's talk about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. He's loose. The 30. Discards him with the stiff arm. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Berry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He'll start this drive firing. Blasted as he lets it go. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Quickly complete. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First be a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Run in the red zone. It's Young. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. They're setting up the screen. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Going to swing it on second down. Touchdown Tide! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move, it's Berry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee you he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cuevas. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Unloads to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quickly out to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Gets rid of it. He's got an open man. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. In the backfield, it's Hale. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Caught behind the line. It's Hale. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Dropping back, it's Russell. Rush is on him. He'll pull it down. Turning it off. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He might want another play. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. These corners going to give them some space. Finding open areas.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. Pass ball's incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And that is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Pulled and fired complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese.
There he goes. The 20. Down
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. A run for the quarterback. He gets it in for the two, and now a field goal would tie it. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Wants to fire on second down. Extending the play. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Get set, get set.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way...
And the ball is loose on the return.
Well, he tried to lateral it there, and I don't know if that was designed or if he was just doing that on the fly, but obviously it was the wrong decision because they fumbled the football and they give it right back to the opponent, and now they're in good field position.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And no bones about it for this offense. 5 wide receivers, find the space, find the matchup. He identified it. Nice 2-point conversion play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Off the play fake on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Russell. Here comes the heat. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch on the left. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off off the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got it. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Russell. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Bringing the heat. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Dumps it off in the flats. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Check. Ready, switch. Ready, blue 22. Blue 22.
This quarterback part of their running game. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Quickly to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. Threads it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before. He gets it out to the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Horton. Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines. And you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one.
Here we go.
On the direct snap, it's Johnson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give is to Miller. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Caught in the backfield. It's Green. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 31 over Mississippi State. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his second sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the second time today.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs.